welcome to MMA News League. I'm here with the fake chef, and he's going to give us a holiday recipe for all those people who unfortunately can't be goofing off like the rest of us. So, welcome. It's great being with you again.
Thank you guys for having me. Today we're going to make a roasted pork loin. I like pork loin, it's pretty tasty. It's also not as fatty as some of the other meats you might be eating, so I decided to make it for everybody's dinner this year. So we just have a pork tenderloin. You can get it in any grocery store. It comes pre-done. You can also have your butcher do it. I just took it, put it in a bag with a little bit of lemon pepper, some black pepper, and some salt, and just kind of let it sit for about an hour. We can go longer. You don't want to go too long though. So we're going to just have that ready to go. We've got a hot saute pan right there. It's pretty much ready to go as well. I put it on high. Spray it with a little bit of non-stick, and we're just going to sear out the outsides. Pork loin is important to sear because it locks all of those juices and keeps it really moist inside. Now, all you gotta do for a sear is leave it on each side about 30 seconds, give or take, maybe up to a minute, just enough so you start to see a little bit of color. As you can see, that side's pretty raw. That side's already getting some color. You want to get more of a brown color in that. Take a look. As you can see, you got a nice amount of color there. Doesn't have to be fully cooked again, just enough to get that nice little browning. You're not going to be able to get it around the entire way, but as best you can, get that color, at least on the bottom and top, and try and at least touch up the other sides. Well, underneath the seared tenderloin, we're going to have a bunch of vegetables, so as we throw it in the oven, the vegetables will roast, that juice will kind of drip on top of it. You got your vegetables, you got your meat, and that little gravy and sauce in there is really good to scoop on top. Really, really flavorful. So just pick whatever vegetables you want. I washed some broccoli and some carrots. Chopped up one medium-sized yellow onion, sliced 2 cloves of garlic. This is the optional part, but I like to throw in a little bit of serranos. I like a little bit of spice. It's actually pretty healthy for you to have some spice too. It helps kind of clean you out a little bit.
Increases your metabolism.
And we got a little celery in there as well. So we got all of our vegetables. We're going to toss together with a little bit of salt, about a tablespoon of salt. About a teaspoon of black pepper, maybe a little more black pepper. And again, this is optional, but if you like heat, a little bit of crushed red pepper, just like you put on pizza. About a tablespoon there. Just going to mix them all together real quick, and just do it by hand, or if you want to use a spoon, I guess. So just take them all together. You got a roasting pan, regular pan, cake pan, whatever, they all work. I'm just going to put all the vegetables at the bottom. I'm going to grab my seared pork. This is actually the wire rack that goes in my oven. Pretty resourceful to use in this situation. I know not everybody has a roasting rack. Just put it right on top like that. Take each of your pork loins, just going to let them sit right on top. As you can see, you got a nice amount of steam coming off because they're still hot, so definitely use tongs. And then to the bottom of the pan, you just want to add about a cup or 2 of chicken stock. You can add water. Chicken stock just has a nice flavor.
Beef stock, vegetable stock?
I usually use chicken just because it's pork. I mean, beef sometimes is pretty strong. So just put a little bit. It just keeps it nice and moist. Also that flavorful juice that's in there, really going to make a difference. There's just some random herbs. You got some thyme in here, you got some sage, rosemary. Just going to kind of crush them up and stick them in. Doesn't really matter where. It's just to get that juice nice and flavorful.
Like literally stick it in.
Yeah, it's easy. That's it. Bada bing, bada boom. I got a preheated oven at 375. Just drop it on in there. It's going to take about 30 minutes. Everything will be cooked and ready to go. I'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like out of the oven. Alright guys, just pulled it out of the oven. I want to definitely take a thermometer to it. It should be about 145 for about 15 seconds. You can kind of see when you cut into it. Should not be any pink in there, just a little bit of You can see it's very juicy in there, but firm to the touch. We decided to play it up with just a little bit of just mashed potatoes we pureed. We didn't put any butter or any of the good stuff on it, just potatoes, put the vegetables from the broth on there. Take the broth, put it on top of the potatoes. That right there is a very healthy meal. No added fat, nothing bad. So you guys enjoy and have a good rest of your holiday.